welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a full tasting review on matchakari from matcha.com. So for this review, I'm going to be tasting all the different blends individually first as mishasmatcha, and then I'm going to be making mini lattes and adding milk and maple syrup to all of them as well. So first we're going to be trying the matchakari ceremonial grape blend. So I would say for this specific blend, it's a more vegetal flavor. I don't really taste any like nuttiness or toasty notes, but I would describe it more as an earthy vegetal matcha, and that's without milk, so just warm water. Next, I'm gonna try the teni organic matcha. Okay, I feel like it's kind of similar to the ceremonial grade matcha. Yeah, it almost tastes identical. Slightly bitter taste to it. Next, for the organic superior. This one tastes very different from the two. It's really hard to explain. I'm really not good with my words when it comes to describing the taste of things, especially matcha. The flavor, it hits you with like a wave of grassiness. It's like a completely different flavor from the first two. I feel like it's also a hint of sweetness as well. And for the last taste, we have the first harvest matcha. This one I feel like I'm kind of the most excited about, but let's see. Ooh, that's really good. That one is very, very smooth. It has almost no bitterness compared to the other three. It is more of like a grassy matcha though, but like a good kind of grassy, a very smooth grassy matcha. So next, I'm gonna be adding some oat milk as well as a splash of maple syrup to all of these. And I do have to note that the color of all of these matcha powders are very, very beautiful. They all have very similar color too. So I feel like that's kind of how you know also that like it's very consistent throughout the brand. My cat is playing with the box that this came in. So I like to use maple syrup for my choice of sweetener. Like 50–60% of the time, and I'll also use agave. I feel like maple syrup just kind of goes so well with the matcha flavor. It adds that really like maple flavor. I mean, obviously, but I feel like it's that perfect sweetness taste. I'm gonna mix these up and give them a try. And I use very small glasses for this because the last time I made multiple matchas in a day. I could barely finish it, and I didn't want to waste any of it. So I'm just mixing these up. They're like mini matchas, like a matcha flag. Okay. So I'm gonna go in the same order. First, we're gonna do the ceremonial blend. So I feel like with milk, you get more hints of kind of toasty, nutty flavor, which I love. I feel like without milk and without sweetener, the matcha just kind of tasted bitter, which most matchas do. But with the milk, it really enhances that kind of nutty flavor of this matcha, and I love that. I would describe it as a nutty, earthy matcha. So next I'm going to try the organic, the Tenchi organic matcha. I'll describe this one as a matcha that's more on the bitter side with a hint of astringent notes. I would say it's a very like grassy forward matcha. Next, I'm going to be trying the organic superior matcha. I feel like there is this kick of flavor that is really hard to describe, but it's a very like vegetal grassy kick with a hint of astringency, but nothing too unpleasant. So last, I'm going to be trying the First Harvest matcha. This was my favorite without any milk, so I'm going to see how it tastes. Ooh. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so I feel like I have so much matcha in my system. But for the First Harvest, I would say it's pretty similar to the ceremonial blend taste-wise. With the milk and with the sweetener, it really enhances the matcha notes really, really nicely. I'd say I get a hint of, similarly to this one, of like a nutty, earthy matcha. And obviously that sweetener really makes it so good and like with that hint of sweetness. Oh, that's so good. It's really smooth too. Okay, so I think for my final ranking, I think my number one would have to go to the First Harvest matcha. Just because even as an usucha, it's a very smooth matcha to drink. There's no bitterness. It's a very good, like, everyday matcha, I would say. I would use this in my lattes as well. Because of that earthy, nutty taste, it's just so good and so smooth. Second, I would go with this matcha, which is the ceremonial grade blend. This one is also a more nutty forward earthy matcha with milk, but I would say without the milk, just as an usucha, it is a little more bitter compared to the First Harvest. But this one is a great everyday matcha as well. I think third, I would go for this, the Tenchi organic matcha. This one is a very well-balanced matcha, but I do see that the organic matcha kind of tends to be a little bit more bitter. Oh my gosh, my cats are going crazy in the box. Thank you, matchakari, for sending the box for my cats to play in. And fourth, I would be rating this one, Organic Superior, as my fourth option. And it's just personal taste as well. I think for me, I really enjoy a more smooth, earthy, nutty flavor in my matcha. And I did feel that these two had the most of those notes in the flavor. But thank you guys so much for watching my review, and thank you matchakari for sending these matchas. And they also sent me a kit, which is so sweet of them. I will definitely be using these matchas in my everyday lattes. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!